Hello traders, in today's review I will analyze Global Prime Broker. So without further ado, let's go straight ahead, and now I will give you a quick structure of this view. Well, firstly, let's see general themes about this broker, where it's established, is it safe to trade at all, and if we conclude that it is, let's go to general trading conditions and make some conclusions for which type of traders is this broker best. So let's start. Global Prime Broker. If you could see about their own info, how they define themselves. They are saying that they are established in 2010, so that means they work already for 14 years. I don't know why they haven't renewed their website, but still, it's now 2024, so from 2010, this is 14 years. Okay, they are trading all major financial markets, which is Forex, and all the other instruments you want based on CDFs or contracts for difference. But I won't talk about instruments right now. I'm just saying that they have pretty wide range of markets and tools that you could use with these markets. It's pretty established in trading area, and you probably might already know it. So this is no secret, no small one man shop, so to speak. Yes, and let's talk about a bit more about its regulation. Global Prime Broker is regulated by two regulational authorities. One is in Australia, which has legal trading name as you see on the screen, and second is Venteo. Now, if the first one is relatively straightforward, you saw all the information that you need, you could see it, you could verify it, that in Australia is pretty heavily regulated, so there is no questions there. What about second one? Well, second one is small island on the middle of Pacific Ocean, where many offshore brokerages are registered. Question is why? Well, it's simple. Most of the brokers do that because they have to have some loose registration for wide range of securities, and just to give availability to be traded for every country in the world. So this is no red flag, but just a fact. If you trade broker with high leverage, it will be from one or another offshore jurisdiction. Nothing bad, but fact of the life. So also you could go and verify these addresses. They are real, offices are real, so is it perfectly sound for everyone to work with them. Okay, if we establish that it's regulated by two regulatory agencies, and now question is it safe itself? Well, from we could gather, yes, it is, because it has all the latest tools for customer protection, such as two-step verification and stuffs like that. And secondly, as you can see now in the screen, it is safeguarded by segregated accounts, of course, which is necessity for all the brokers, and you could see exact banks and institutions where your money is held. So even if something happens with broker and everything went off, they have banks which are backing them, in simple terms. So your money is actually traded and held with them, and broker is doing everything as required by regulators. So your verifications and your data is held by latest technologies, and the money is properly held in proper financial institutions as required by regulators. So no worries here. All right, let's move on, once we have settled with regulation and security, to actual trading. First things first, how to get started with Global Prime and how to actually open accounts. So there are a couple of ways to do it. If you see the interface of website, you could see that you can simply choose from several account types or use demo trading, whatever you like. Let's start with general principles, how to register there. So we have trading account types. Basically, you can choose from two different options. One is standard, other is raw account. Effectively, the difference is that one asks spread from each transaction, other asks commission from the leverage. So this is effectively more question for you, which is more convenient for your type of trading, whether you have to have very tight spreads or you trade with more larger time frames. Then you couldn't care about these things. So yes, this is question about that, but effectively two options, exactly same trading conditions, but one has spreads, other has commissions per trade. So, and other option is to open pro trading account, and pro trading account difference will be that it has quite higher leverage than other accounts. So you really have to use your knowledge here, because 1 to 100 and more increased leverages, this is more question about whether you know how to do that, because otherwise, if you don't know how to properly use leverage, your small account could be wiped out in seconds. So make sure you are knowing what you are doing. But besides that, as you see, it has something like dedicated account manager, which is really helpful if you trade a lot, and other access to more favorable support. So these are main issues, I would say, which is better for pro accounts. So if you want to use that, well, see for yourself. Yes, of course, in this case, you see leverage is 1 to 500, but this is really to professionals. Previous statement about 1 to 100 is high enough, it's really high, but 1 to 500, see for yourself. But at the flip side, you see that this broker offers that kind of leverage, and it's pretty neat feature if you know what to do. But this is for another video. So here you could actually see the difference between retail and professional account and see which is better for you. But if you are completely new, you could just start with demo account and simply understand how to work with that. So here is demo account, and it's pretty straightforward. You just click the button. If you want to trade with that, you just simply enter your credentials. So I sign up with Google, and you are set to start trading now. But if you want to have real trading account from the get-go, yes, if we choose something like this type of account, which is standard account, we should actually not only sign up with Google, but then after that you obviously have to check your ID card and upload it, and you have to put your address and your all personal data, because broker has to know that you are actual physical person. So once you have been verified, you have to put out first money to verify that your accounts are real, and then you could start to trade. Okay, once we have established general themes about this broker, how you could actually trade between various accounts, let's see all the trading opportunities what there is. So we have pretty wide range of platforms. MetaTrader 4, it's basic platform, but you will soon have TradingView, MetaTrader 5, and CTrader. So make sure you are using these options that you have. But MetaTrader is pretty obvious. Everyone knows MetaTrader, and this will be the main platform that you would trade. So open account, verify your ID, and download MetaTrader, and you will have set of markets, which is main Forex pairs, cryptos, contracts for difference of cryptos to be precise, stock indices, major commodities, and of course, interestingly, major bonds. So here is pretty wide range of markets. Not many brokers actually provide a list of bonds, but you could see now you could actually trade bonds as well. This is pretty cool. So yes, you could here look all of those markets that you have and just explore it. If you are beginner, just explore that with demo account, trade something, look which markets you would like to best, and it's pretty neat to use them all. Okay, let's go further. Now, if you are starting to think about trading, of course, next step is to know how to deposit or withdraw your money. I will tell you briefly how to do it, but it's pretty straightforward. If you want to deposit money, you simply, provided if you have opened account, have to choose between several ways how you could do it. As you see that into the screen, you have everything from major cards. You could use something like a payment institutions as Gates, Skrill, Neteller, or you could actually have some more regional payment options, which I don't actually know. I don't know what is Jeton, Mifini, or XPay. That's not for Europe. That's probably not from Europe, but still, this is pretty cool. So if you are living in different regions, you definitely will have ways how to deposit money. Yes, and you could see here, these are the fees which with each respective payment institutions, and this is the sums of minimal deposit and currencies which are accepted. So if you see that you are living in Europe, so you have euro currency or you are using euro, this is someone from Philippines, I presume, and you get an idea. I wouldn't tell you things you actually see here, but that's the obvious part, how to deposit money. And let's go quick bit further and see how our withdrawals going. And here the options are pretty similar. You have several ways how to withdraw it, starting from MasterCard and your local bank and wire transfers to some more specific payment institutions. And this is the days which are protest, like 1 to 5 days for regular banks and cards. And if you have linked yourself with some payment institutions, they could be almost instant, so depends on the stuff. So, and this is the minimal withdrawal sum, depends on the payment institution, but you get an idea. And which is pretty neat, fees are almost zero to all payment institutions, but this is specific. You have to see your own ways how you could pay it and withdraw it. But if you are if you have one of these options, that will be pretty neat anyways, because there are a lot of options, and from most regions people will be able to pay in and pay out your trading profits. Last thing I have to cover here when I do my broker reviews is trading tools. And I have to say, this is not the strongest point of Global Prime, because Global Prime is more focused on skillful to very seasoned traders, because here the trading tools are rather limited. There are simply a couple of things you could have. You can have economic calendar, you can have trading calculations, auto chartist, and various kinds of VPS offers, and that's about it. So you have effectively enhanced VPS if you actually needed it, and if you want to have extremely good price execution and things like that, which is necessity for intraday traders, but it's pretty cool if you have it. You could have economic calendar if you trade on news. Obviously, it will be very beneficial for you. And you have trading calculators and auto chartist. So this is more or less tool if you trade charts a lot, but you have to understand how to use it. So if you're a complete novice, everything else besides trading calculator and economic calendar wouldn't be practically useful. You don't need VPS if you are completely fresh, and auto chartist as well. So as I told you, if you are seasoned intraday trader, these tools are pretty neat, but there is no basic education package like how to differentiate between various types of charts or what is support and resistance lines. This is not this broker's strongest side. So, but each broker has its own pros and its own cons. So let's conclude this review. Well, first and foremost, it has way in the range of markets, which I would say is the pretty neatest tool, and it has pretty good trading spreads. So these are the two things which I like. I also know it has very good customer support base, and you see it's pretty easy to use and navigate, compared to many professional brokers. This is one of the more user-friendly trading brokers which you could get, and it uses MetaTrader, which is most popular trading platform for everyone, and you could actually deposit and withdraw money from various sources with various currencies with very low or non-existent fees, which is also pretty cool. And it's regulated by two financial regulators, and it could all be verified, so it's rather secure. So what's the problem? Well, firstly, it's restricted in several jurisdictions. So if you are not into restricted jurisdictions, you cannot trade it. Secondly, it's not for beginners. As I told you previously, there is a very limited educational content and videos for very beginners. So it would work if you know something about trading. These are main conclusions about this broker. But other than that, if you know how to trade, and if you want to trade with slightly different conditions with a pretty serious broker, I could recommend this as well. But of course, you have to do your own homework. You have to verify everything that I'm saying now. You saw everything I saw, it was from their own website, and everything could be checked. You could see by the regulators if the broker is valid. You could see by yourself trading conditions. You could open accounts with very small money and see how it trades. So whether I'm saying something is right or wrong, that will be the most important thing for you to do. But it could be done and it could be verified. So the broker is legit, trading conditions are good, markets are plenty, it's easy to use, but you have to understand what you are doing. So this is my review, and thanks, stay tuned.